It is game number 2 of Shopify Rebellion versus Thunder Awakens. And do not forget, ladies and gents, that it was Shopify Rebellion that lost the first game of this series. So things getting a little bit spicy here in the early stages of the road to TI for Shopify.
They decided in their second game to go for many farming cores with a little old Saberlight Sanking who needs to connect all the dots. But to be fair, though, they're playing into a Luna. Like, this Luna is... I think it's one of the few carries in the game where, like, at 40 minutes, I'm like, all right, if it's 40 minutes, Luna's not winning the game. It's like Naga Siren has the same thing. Like, Naga, at 45 minutes, you just lose faith in whatever gold she has. She can have 30k, 40k gold, and you just lose faith in her. So for Thunder Awaken, they need to find that balance of don't get picked apart too early, don't get crushed by a Sanking, but then break them whilst they're still farming.
I just want to see some good lanes coming out from Shopify Rebellion, honestly, because that was a bit of a disaster for them last game. I want to see some nice, clean laning phases coming on down for Shopify Rebellion, which should be the case. They have strong laners. Willow's great, Trian's pretty good, Muerta's a decent laner, Sanking's a decent laner.
I think top lane will be about just a sentry game. Like, once the sandstorms start getting thrown out, does MJZ bring out enough sentries to prevent SK from freely pushing in the lane? Luckily for Thunder Awaken, Luna can go for Moonglaves to equally push out the lane, get a Morbid Mask quite early on, have that lifesteal. But I expect for Shopify Rebellion, they're going to be looking for kills. They want to get that Bramble plus Biostrike combination. They've already leveled both of the spells, and they're hoping to start just whittling down the resources of this safe lane. And even in bot, already very low. Both the tree and the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, kind of getting chunked a bit, but if we're talking about the trade equilibrium hit, then you're definitely feeling better if you're Shopify Rebellion, because that's, of course, your support getting bought low versus the offlaner to the side of Thunder. So that's going to kind of hurt. Meanwhile, the top side as well. Look at Saberlight. Where have his tangos gone? He's already used them all. He's had to bring out a Salve Tim now as well. Like, the harassment is just absolutely berserk. MJZ blasting him down, so... There's a lot of clicking going on in both of these side lanes. And at mid as well. Abed and Sladam, of course, trading up a lot. Abed going to meld side blades as well, so really just trying to get as much damage into this Conqueror as possible. Got to be careful, though. He's so very low on HP. There's, of course, the bottle coming out to him right now, so that should help things out.
Oh, no, T's his courier.
Both kill each other's couriers. Okay.
A fair trade.
Yep. Courier trading, of course, is never okay. They're people, too.
That would be, that'd be just hilarious. Just one April's Fools, just one courier for a day.
God, this Conga hero, very annoying to whittle through. But to be fair, there's still no points in refraction for Abed, so he's kind of just tanking these constant Tidebringers coming out. I'm also getting caught by pretty much every single torrent I've seen so far. Sladam's doing an amazing job.
Oh, is he going to get that?
Now they're trying to race him to the water rune, but Sladam's going to be able to grab it. Now just turns around and gives Abed what for.
Yeah, I mean, torrent, it does pretty well at taking away the refraction. So go for some meld. Try and take the fight to the Kunkka. Not opposed to it. No.
Management at bottom, but not looking to set up for anything. I was wondering if they wanted to go for like the cheeky Celestial Hammer, Starbreaker, everything onto Muerta, but nah.
Any minute in this mid lane, I feel like someone like this, like Abed could just overplay his hand, right? And I'm just gonna hide quickly.
Ooh.
Is he gonna put a point of refraction on his 4th point, or is he gonna continue down the line of?
Hooray!
Okay, he is gonna go for it. Okay, there you go.
Thank God.
I was like, that would have been a wild build. Level 4, no points in refraction. But I was just dodging the Tidebringer with it. Pretty nice stuff. In regards to lane, Luna hasn't really been pressured in top lane. This Biostrike Bramble, not really enough to deter her from the creeps. And I think the only real loser of laning phase right now has just been Dawnbreaker a little bit, but still it's nothing too crazily. Wow, that's easy. How did you get there?
There's a disruption available. What is this? What are we seeing right now?
Watching?
How?
What?
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Alrighty. Up in the...
Yo, there's a walk of shame cam happening right now when he respawns. Oh, he done the smoke as well.
Yeesh. How?
Let's just look back at top lane. I have no idea how we got there.
I think it's... we don't know. We're not going to try and... Patrick, do you know?
Why was he behind the tier 1 tower? I was just looking at it. I just didn't expect the carry to just...
All right, hold on. Patrick's going to tell us. So he went like this. He went like this. Did he pick up the Lotus?
It's minute 4, mate.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, well.
He just went on an adventure. Arteezy's fun day out. So that's a rough start. But up in the top lane, things looking, well, also pretty bad, to be honest. At least Tablight's getting farmed, but
Their lanes are just going
getting whatever
really
she wants.
poorly. Simply, we're not going to sugarcoat it. The Luna is complete free farm.
I was trying to, but...
No. Arteezy just fed away a kill. Don't know why he was behind the tower. And Kunkka's also just free farming mid lane. Trading with Abed for sure, but in regards to the team hitting their timing, Thunder Awaken, if they itemize correctly, you would expect all players to be able to hit it. And Knight in the bot lane.
There's no spells left for Fly. He can't finish the job.
He came back.
He's going to zone out Knight for the time being, but maybe shepherd him over towards the mid lane? No, not going to happen. And Arteezy just gets beaten down in the meanwhile. Oh my god. He gets a kill for it, but that's not going to be any kind of silver lining.
No. 6-minute rune. Denied by Knight. Nice.
Good job. I feel like if he went for that, he probably would be dead. He's just taking Fly for a walk, honestly. Fly's been trying to kill him, and now he gets a bounty rune as well.
What do I... Off we go again. 330 move speed to 355. You're 25 move speed slower, Fly. But he does have stick into leech. God, please deny yourself.
He's finally dead.
Find a way.
No, he's not. Oh, and he even gets out bed. All right, you know what? Worth. Take the win there, Fly.
I didn't realize Fly was a shepherd.
Yeah, he really is. He's not a shepherd. He's a sheepdog.
Yeah. Exactly. Wait, what do you call Fly?
Don't worry. Arteezy actually went for the Falcon Blade build. You know something you see when people are trying to like really hammer down on their lane and win their laning phase. But Sladham, he's paying attention to the bottom lane as well. They're going for Arteezy again here. They will not give the guy a break. A boat comes down. 2 men caught inside that wonderful little combo. Fly still surviving for the time being, but maybe not for much longer. MJZ's upon him now as well. There's a blood grenade, there's flames, there's a hammer in the back of the head, and that will take down the Treant Protector.
Just, yeah, beautiful moves coming out from Thunder Awaken. Just the off-lane pressure. Sladham coming in as well to get that extra kill. And I think if you are Shopify, you're looking towards Abed. How's he going to itemize? Is he going to go for an early Blink Dagger? Is he going to go for like Dragonlance Deso, secure his own game? Maybe go for a quick Roshan to take it away from what is soon to be quite the death ball coming in the next 15 minutes from Thunder Awaken. And on top of that, Saberlight, he is kind of free farming now with the Vanguard, being able to play behind tower, 3 points in the Sandstorm. When he picks up his Blink Dagger, he needs to play with crit to make moves. But Abed, I've just mentioned him being a key component in the comeback of the mid game.
That's such a
instantly
big
getting
kill.
picked off in the mid.
Utilizing the Solar Guardian. The moment they hit 6, they just immediately make use out of it. Thunder Awaken are just pulling out some really sick shit. It's hard to play into, and MJC, well, might be the one getting turned around upon here. Crit will take him out. Nice little Shadow Realm to the head.
Feels like a different team from the first series.
Support kill. Yeah. Oh my god, Knight has a Mask of Madness already. Saberlight trying to take him down. I mean, this is a big commitment here with the ultimate. They're trying to finish off Knight, and in comes Crit as well. Is it enough? I mean, he's only down to about a third of HP, and now the boat comes through. That'll be all that Healthy needs to turn this one around. Saberlight likely going to get brought down here. Knight still a little low as Arteezy tries to commit to the... He doesn't have level 6, though.
Arteezy does as well.
He just came to the fight to die, and the tips are coming out.
These are really good tips. Like, these are incredible tips.
That's nasty. Oh, poor boy.
But the key thing there is Luna. She had the Seeds of Serenity. The Verdura's Dale with the 17 charges on the wand allowed her just to stand her ground with the Mask of Madness. Like, Arteezy, sure, boss, you want to come make a rotation, but she's incredibly tanky. She's 3 levels higher than you. Maybe if you didn't die the bot tower and then the respawn and the death and whatnot, but again, Sladom, he is the key component here. Punishes bot, goes back again top, connecting all the pieces of the puzzle to allow them just to continue farming up.
Congratulations on being the first caster to actually use Verdurous Dale.
Oh no, Flight, no, not Flight. Fogs loves saying it. No, I'm a...
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, he just screams
well,
it when we play pubs.
Then.
Yeah. Maybe it's just an unranked thing, but
he's too professional to do it in casts. Unlike others. MJZ is gonna get brought down at least, so I'll do to get something. He's not as poor as you would think, to be fair.
Yeah, you would kind of expect him to be like 3k, just entering 3k net worth, not net worth. But he's actually just close to 4k in contention with kind of Kunkka. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I think Abed's going Blink, by the way.
Somehow.
So the repercussion of how the game's going is Abed's going straight for the Blink, then Dragonlance. So you are going to have a timing of double Blink, but Abed shows himself into mid lane, instant X and boat. Plus Solar Guardian, they hate the guy.
They do. This is brutal. Bullying in the middle lane as Abed gets brought down. 4 heroes plonked upon his head. No chance of survival. Crit, unfortunately, didn't quite pop the Terrorize. He's the Bramble Maze and then ran out of mana. Had to wand. It was all a little bit awkward, but wouldn't have really changed anything. Saberlight. He's got an epicenter. If anyone comes close enough for this Burrow Strike to be in range, then I'm sure he'll consider trying to bring him down. Does actually now catch out Illich, but not quite committing the full thing. He's a bit too tanky on this Dawnbreaker to be brought down by a single epicenter.
Yeah, I don't think Abed can... He's tossing and turning. He's thinking of the Blink, thinking of the Dragonlance. I think if he goes Blink Dagger, you're really going to see Saberlight, Crit, and him play together, try and kill the Luna off a couple times. But if that doesn't happen, then of course there's SD turnarounds, Solar Guardians. It's not going to be the easiest transition from laning phase into mid-game. And you asked about the itemization from this Luna. She doesn't have a counter to her, right? So she's just going for the stock standard build. Manta, BKB, into Butterfly. Play on the fact that they need to get these right clicks off on her.
Yep. Ooh, middle lane, they are going to go for the Kunkka here, and they are going to be able to bring him down. So first successful rotation with the MP Center is going to result in a kill onto the big mid laner of the enemy team. And now MJZ also going to get brought down as well. Okay, Shopify. First successful big move we're seeing from them, but at the same time, down in the bottom side of the map, it comes crashing down onto Arteezy once again.
Yep. Good though for Shopify to get the mid kill off the Kunkka. Slatomy's been a thorn in their side and taking away the mid tower as well. Yeah, at this stage,
Fala's been pretty shut down as well.
Yeah, you kind of just need to accept that Arteezy's just gonna he's gonna die whatever. But for Shopify, it's like, okay, let's make sure that the rest of our heroes can make these moves, can make the plays, because eventually Arteezy should be able to come back into the game. Abed, Meld Strike blinks away.
Pranked him.
Yeah, spooky. And Saberlight, he's got the Blink Dagger now available. This is a pretty good window to try and make that smoke play. The only issue is, do you really have enough damage outside of Epicenter when you don't have it into the Solar Guardian? They'll need to be very careful of how they initiate these fights. Arteezy, of course, needs to find a place to farm because pretty much as soon as he shows, he's getting just run down pretty much.
Yep. It's been a tough time, and it's going to continue to be a tough time for a while, to be honest. They've got so many answers to this game that he's going to need, like, he needs a BKB. But you can't really just go Maelstrom BKB. I don't think that's a build.
No, yeah, it
Not for
doesn't
this
feel
hero.
right.
You need the attack speed to actually do damage in your ulti.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like a Maelstrom Mask of Madness BKB game.
I think the damage
Still
comes
feels-
from the surprise though. Like the Sand King plus TA. TA can itemize for like Hurricane Pike, MKB, Daedalus style of play with a BKB. And it's like I Burrow Strike into meld, Luna's either dead or having to Satanic hit run away. And then Arteezy can play his own game. But right now it really is just make the moves without him and see what you can find. But Thunder Awaken doing a pretty good job reading this. You got everyone kind of hugging the extremes of the map. Not really putting themselves in a position of vulnerability. And Slatten yet to show what he's going for his next item. I think he's going for the shard, but hopefully this time around he is going to be going for that Aghanims. I think it would destroy like a TA. She's one of the few heroes where it's like
Painful.
like you blink in, there's no way to get back out, right? So if Abed ever misclicks, there's Knight. He's actually jumped with the
Hold on,
the
hold
Guardian.
on. This is a really big jump here from Sableye, and I don't think it's going to be successful. They try to bite off a little bit more than they can chew. And unfortunately, this Luna's just a little bit too big to be brought down like that.
Yes. Next to a tier 3 as well with that additional HP regen with a Manta complete. The Vidura's Dale active. It's ambitious. Was a really nice way of describing that one. I think Shopify, they clearly know the state of the game. They are trying to go for the plays that people don't expect. If it hits, you praise them. If it doesn't, it's going to look quite comedic. And this time around, it does fall into the comedy category.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Unfortunately so, but, you know, you need to make some space somehow. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Sableye, you know, because, I mean, another thing is, because the kills are so deep, you know, they don't really get a chance to utilize the deaths and actually find any objectives for it. So Sableye gets a chance to TP back in, defend the middle tower. So again, they won't be losing too much map pressure here. But over on the top side, Fly could be in some trouble. Disruption comes out, Crit's ready though, throws down the Terrorize to try and hold them back. Overgrowth comes through as well, and it's going to be a nice two-man Terrorize, but not really the follow-up here, but also a lot of time wasted.
forced the
Egg
egg.
is going to be forced as well, but nice little catch here from the Conquer. They've got the torrent, they've got the boat, they've got the damage. Waveform down to the low ground, surfing into the enemy team. Ahmed gets brought down as well. 2 dead on the side of Shopify Rebellion. Under, they're finding their pace once again.
tower has fallen.
How do they fight into it? Like, Abed, he's on a high ground position trying to kill a Phoenix that has egg, and because they tried going for that epi play on the Luna, top tier 3, they then can't take the fight here, and Thunder Awaken just punishing the cooldowns beautifully of Shopify and just keep on going against Sutton. This Conquer. I mean, Conquer already in contention for one of the top heroes for the group stage so far, at least from the games that we've seen. Even if it's not winning, it's still having such immense impact.
Yeah, it's doing bits. Sableye won't be caught out by the random torrent. Definitely feeling the fear which Thunder is instilling upon them. This is great pressure. It's very, very difficult now for the TA and the Muerta to both find their farm. Their maps are incredibly small. This Luna just has so much space on the map. You know, she's got a Manta as well to hoover up even more farm, and no one's contesting that on Thunder. They're just giving it all tonight. Smiling Knight is definitely smiling this game, hitting 10k net worth at 17 minutes. Absolutely insane so far.
Yeah, incredible farm, but also being ready to join the fight as well. He's been in, what, like 5 of the 12 kills. It's like poke his head in, throw out a Lucent Beam, make sure he's like present but not too present. Yeah, overall, very nice game there from Knight. And Saberlight throwing himself a little bit into top.
A little bit.
I just don't see a timing right now where you actually find kills. I think Dark Willow wants her second point in her Bedlam. You need like a Deso or just any damage item on TA to have that meld striker just threat. And then of course Arteezy, he bought Mjolnir plus BKB.
Middle tower has fallen.
And even then I'm skeptical if the Muerta is really going to pump out immense damage. I think teams are drafting quite nicely against this Muerta by preemptively picking heroes that can deal with it, right? Phoenix jumps into an egg, SD can disrupt, and then you have the evasion of Dawn down the line plus the healing. It's it isn't like the perfect Muerta game where she can just free cast and kill everything. Flight. There's a single tree and now a sentry. Ooh, he... Oh, okay,
He's
maybe
gone.
not.
Almost got away with it. Almost got away with it. But alas, Illich was just acting. No, I can't see you. Don't worry about it, bro.
You can't see me.
Radiant's bottom
X out onto Saberlight. Lode's going to follow as well. Not convinced that Slime can do it by himself, but that's fine because in comes a Dawnbreaker as well. But nice little terrorize from the high ground from Crit. And that allows Saberlight to get himself out of there.
Okay, boat on cooldown. Solar Guardian on cooldown. Some of the big spells are now not available, but again, without a Deso on the TA, this is just a moment of continue farming. Don't do anything. And for Thunder Awaken, it's like, all right, we're throwing some spells up. We're not really progressing the map with our heroes. I would expect them to actually go to Roshan, especially now that Luna's completed the BKB. What is stopping them from going there? Maybe the fact they don't have like a Solar Crest buying hero or any way to actually eat through Roshan. It could just be a little bit too long, so also expect them just to ignore that option.
God damn, Arteezy's been chugging salves like you chug tea.
Just
He's drowning.
bathing in it.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's a way, right, to just be more efficient on Muerta. Deadshot does a lot of damage, so just using it to clear through creeps. Well,
There you go for Roshan. All right.
Hello. You talked about doing the unexpected earlier on, and this is certainly that.
There is one scan available though for Thunder Awaken.
No.
And illusions are kind of in position.
He's
They
drawn the
use the
line.
scan, it goes red. They're aware.
I mean, you have to be aware. It's a TA draft, but Abed did take his time in getting over here. Now just comes a question of, can they do it in time? Arteezy could pop the Pierce the Veil here if they really wanted to finish it up.
Getting close.
It's getting very close indeed. What's their initiation knight? He's just going to try and run in with the BKB, but they're going to hold him back. He's got a BKB available, but not going to use it. Aegis on the deck. Abed picks it up, but now can you actually take this fight? I don't know if they can. Eclipse has been used, however. They're huddling together in the pit, and in comes the egg. That's not going to last very long. Bye-bye, egg. Illich taking to the front lines. They don't really know how to take this fight, and now in comes a Pierce the Veil, in comes a BKB, just trying to blow up the Dawnbreaker. Not doing a ton of damage due to the BKB, but doing enough. Down she goes. Shopify Rebellion. I don't know how they piece this fight together, but they make it work.
What a blunder though from Thunder Awaken, right? Like they smoke up, they see the scan, they're going in, then Knight runs on the Luna, gets hit by a Barrow Strike. They weren't able to get on into the pit, right? There wasn't the torrent to check, to throw in the boat. The egg was then placed, but without any assistance on top of it. It just was kind of like a symphony of misused spells, which then allowed Shopify, which was a beautiful play from them, rush into Roshan quickly, get themselves the Aegis, and you're going to see it here, right? Luna runs on in, has to go, wait a second, I'm already out. Nice little shot there to fear it back, but at this point, it's just very disjointed. And Crit, that's the key thing. He actually fears back the backlines of Thunder Awaken. Beautiful fear there from Crit, which fully disjoints that initiation. Phoenix is running in, Kunkka's feared out. Everything's just gone wrong for Thunder Awaken there. And yeah, really good just get shot calling there from Shopify, just to go, you know what, just go for the Roshan. Don't allow this Luna with her early lead to get that Aegis. And now they're back in the game. Arteezy, after being, what, 2 and 5, now second net worth.
Not too shabby. Definitely doing all right here. Yeah, big break for the side of Shopify Rebellion. And, we looked at this other side, Thunder Awaken, like, yeah, you took last game. You looked good throughout the entire thing, weren't really set back too far. This game, it's a huge setback. Now, do they have the mentality to come back into it? Do they have the mentality to keep doing the things which they have been doing to win the game? The makings of a real contender here at TI. Shopify taking up an aggressive stance here up in the top lane. Now, they don't have Abed here whatsoever. Arteezy is going to pop everything here. BKB coming out, ultimate coming down as well. They'll be able to take down the egg, but Arteezy's not going to be able to survive through it all. There comes a hammer, finishing off the Muerta. So they kill Flight, they kill up Arteezy, and yeah, again, kind of weird to be that far up when you don't have your Templar Assassin. And I mean, That was great. Sableye was kind of far from that one as well, so...
Yeah, it was a bit forced for sure. I think that's kind of been the theme of Shopify, at least in the games that we've seen. Like, it's go, go, go. And in doing so, yeah, they are falling victim. Phoenix, of course, throws out an egg. It does die quite quickly as well. I think for Shopify, maybe they're looking to punish some cooldowns. It's like, okay, you know what? Solar Guardian's on cooldown. Let's now smoke up as soon as we're alive and go for that next fight. Then again, your BKB's on cooldown.
Illusion.
I think Shopify getting a little bit excited that this game is closer than it may have felt for the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
And Butterfly is soon complete. Knight will disassemble the Mask of Madness, utilize the Quarterstaff, just needs to buy the Talisman of Evasion, and it's going to then be a Butterfly Medusa with BKB ready to run down your lanes.
Again.
And yes, Slatum, you have done it.
Hooray!
Blade Mail into Aghanims. He was like awkwardly teasing me this entire time. He had Halberd queued up. I was like, please, man, don't do it. I don't want to talk about this. Like, you did Heart last game. It wasn't very good, but this time, this is it. This is peak TI build for a Kunkka.
tower is under attack.
It's nothing pretty. It does exactly what it should do on the tin. You know, lots of water park,
Bottom tower has fallen.
but it will give plenty of control for Knight to A-click throughout the engagement. And yeah, smoked up straight away.
Massive disruption, massive problems for non-BKB targets, and currently it's only Arteezy sitting with a BKB, even Sableye just looking for the Aghanims next as well, so gotta be really hard. Abed trying to go for the Tormentor here, but they are going to see him. Doesn't quite connect there with the Torrent. Aegis available for another 30 seconds, so if Abed is to go down, then he is going to be coming on back. Ooh, Abed taking heavy hits. He is going to lose his first life. Egg's going to crash. They have a BKB Arteezy ready to come in, but no, they're leaving him for dead. There is no help coming to Abed here.
Bro, did you see that?
Jesus.
He like cast
Savagery.
X, but then he threw all the spells where like Abed was going to blink rather than just going on the X because he expected Abed to hit the blink because he had refraction up. So the predicted bolt. Oh, Saddam, you cheeky devil.
He's gaming.
Yeah, and also Abed, it's like I've just saw Arteezy try and take a tier 2 by himself, kinda, and then Abed try and take the enemy Tormentor by himself. It's like it's a little bit disjointed from
Yeah.
Shopify. Like some of their games in like Dream League and other tournaments, it's like you can feel like the discipline in them, right? They're a very disciplined team over time. But this series, it's been not the strongest entry for them into the road to the international. And this format isn't going to be very forgiving. You drop one series, that could be the series that forces you into tiebreakers, into third place contention rather than that coveted top 2 spot. So, got to be careful. Either way,
Arteezy has to decide if he wants to pop the BKB here. Not going to do so. Going to keep on trying to make him work for it. Disruption now comes down. Oh, this is getting awkward. Now BKB is there. Arteezy on the run, not standing and
Torrent.
fighting. Here's the Veil, still unused, but look at Knight. He's still upon him. There comes that ultimate, and they will be able to just shoot down Knight. Huerta always able to do the damage when required. Now TP
Torrent,
under the tree
Torrent,
line,
Torrent.
slide him. Ooh, won't find him. Does connect onto the Sand King at the very least, so we'll be able to claim this kill. So they're going to jump through a couple of them here, but will eventually be going down. Bonk.
Did you say bonk?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought my headset cut out. It was a really just weird sound. I was so
I'm,
confused.
Quite good at making sound effects.
All right, fair enough.
Upon a loyal warrior.
It is very satisfying when the last hit of a Starbreaker finishes the job. Over the head, swing.
Yep.
Well, at least Arteezy got away this time, so he's
Very
well
nearly
truly back
died.
into the game. He's a threat.
A threat, but also to be a threat, they need to position their heroes to be in you know threatening positions, and I'm just not seeing it right now. I guess the issue for Shopify is their draft doesn't have a clean front line, right? Like Tree and Protector wants to play in the tree line, Willow wants to play for Fear, TA wants to blink in with a Meld Strike, Murta doesn't really want to body the aggression. So I feel like Arteezy kind of falls into the position of I am the front line. Pierce of the Veil, the BKB, like she needs to soak up a little bit to allow everyone else to reinitiate. It kind of feels like Shopify drafted like 5 reinitiating heroes, whilst Thunder Awaken have the front line of Luna, the front line of Kunkka, the saves. You're now kind of seeing the effects of the draft come into play, and that's why maybe the game looks a little bit weird from Shopify, because the heroes that they have is forcing them to play in a slightly unconventional way, and maybe they're not used to having this amount of kind of one-sided heroes compared to maybe other drafts they've been scrimming. And Thunder Awaken now, the Satanic is complete on Knight, BKB, Satanic, Butterfly Manta at the 28-minute mark. This is Luna to be reckoned with, and I kind of expect Thunder Awaken just to walk down the lane at some point. They haven't really done that whole let's hit tier 2s and make the game feel awkward part. They've done a lot of killing, but not a lot of tower killing.
Yeah, and a couple of their other games I felt this as well, where they just don't really often try to look for things whenever they hit their timings. They'll pick up a big item and just be like, great, let's keep hitting stuff. They're more worried about when they can claim objectives, when Roshan's up. They're very tight on Roshan, though, other than the last fight. And they still got there, but wasn't enough.
So what does TA? So TA has a BKB now, very important. Sand King has the Aghanim, so we are seeing some defensive items picked up from Shopify. But Thunder Awaken, they are grouped up, they are smoked. Looking to wrap behind them. Smoke on smoke action.
A very hard target to bring down. Not only the BKB, but the Starbreaker available, but they do manage to catch him out just a little bit, but the disruption from the high ground, great positioning from Knight. Will that be enough to save the day? Urge taking heavy hits here from Abed, and now in comes Luna from the sidelines. Abed takes him down, but will be dying immediately afterwards as Knight comes through and takes down Fly as well. Crit trying to get away inside that Shadow Realm, but Sladam's chasing. He's going to try and find him. Meanwhile in the back, Cartesi and Saberlight, they're in an awkward position here.
They have TPs.
They do indeed. Silver Edge, blink away. Both of them just trying to escape. And both of them will be successful. There is no chase happening from the side of Thunder. So it's just going to be a 2-for-2 trade. One of them is going to be the TA, though. So I think you're feeling a little bit better if you are Thunder Awaken. And now that Roshan
really nice
area. Ooh, it's respawning pretty damn quickly. And that is going to be pretty nice for the side of Thunder if they keep eyes in the pit.
Just great positioning from the Shadow Demon there, right? Just holding that kind of little high ground spot, getting the disruption. Just really nice stuff.
3,
and yeah, Knight.
2, 1.
There it is.
Hello.
Hi, Roshan.
Nice of you to drop by. Very, very well timed. Let's split like a second later. I don't think Knight has seen it. It'd be pretty awkward, but here it comes.
Shopify, are they trying to contest, or they're trying to kill the SD or something, or I don't know.
Saberlight's here. He's being lasered. Luna's running out the pit. Uh-oh, Saberlight. He's not surviving this one. They committed a lot for it, though. He doesn't have buyback, though, as Arteezy on the backlines is able to take down the Shadow Demon, but his own illusions plus Knight are just tearing him apart. Abed in some trouble as well. BKB gonna have to be used here, but he can't stand and fight. He has to get out, goes into the pit, but there is nowhere to go. Blink of Dagger a bit. Oh, the bash!
Oh, Roshan.
Oh, Roche, the traitor. Not a Shopify fan, as they will lose Abed as well. Tips coming out as Roshan will go the way of Thunder Awaken.
Yeah, get Roshan a Thunder Awaken jersey. He's the 6th man on the roster.
He really
Getting
is.
aggroed by Luna to then turn around and just slap Abed into blink cooldown. Age is now complete. I say complete, but picked up. Shopify, I feel like that's kind of like you're seeing what Morta can do in a game, but when you're behind, you might kill off the SD with the silence plus the pierce, but then you just eventually do just go down from being all out by yourself. And same thing for Sand King. There wasn't any epicenter value there. It was just I'm here, I'm now dead. Good luck, Arteezy. Very disjointed from Shopify, and Thunder Awaken. Very clinical performance. Knight with the farm, everyone else with the tankiness, and SD is going to go down, which does force a couple TPs back.
Yeah, no high ground push for now, but with the 2 cores respawning in like 10 seconds, it wasn't really realistically going to be an attempt from Thunder Awaken anyway. They've still got 2 more tier 2s to take, and I imagine that'll be their targets for now. Skadi now finished up on the Luna as well, so Knight is just an absolute beast.
Does it not annoy you, Luna's HP right now? His KS changed. She was 3,332. Like 1 HP away from a very clean number. But then she leveled up and it's fully broken. She now got 3,420 HP.
Nice. Crit. In some trouble here, but actually the turnaround. Look at this. Phoenix is dead, and down goes the Dawnbreaker as well. Holy moly, what a start to the fight. What's up? Pots a BKB, Pots a Pierce. The Veil just turns around and fights up into the Luna. Luna gets her own BKB off, trying to stand her ground here, and with the Satanic, it's going to be able to do so, but the two cores are stronger than one. Muerta and Abed fighting up together onto the Luna, and now they turn around, looking for the backlines, want to take down Sladam instead. Abed just blasting away with the damage into the Conquer the BKB. It's not going to be enough, and now Knight is all on his lonesome. The damage is too much to handle. Thunder Awaken, despite having an Aegis, despite having everything, they completely fall apart. What an execution from Shopify.
They just weren't ready to fight. They were just walking up the high ground, probably talking about their next move, and in doing so, Saberlight hits the Burrow Strike of his dreams, shuts down the Phoenix, kills off pre-Egg, and on top of that, like, SD just is nowhere to be seen. They were not ready for that fight, but Shopify, when your back's against the walls, you're always thinking, when can we find that opportunity? And they found it. Sand King, he has a little bit of X Factor, and you're going to see it here on the replay. MJZ walks up, Crit's like, oh, hi, I'm here. And then instantly, two-man Burrow Strike into the double kind of artillery of the TA and the Muerta. This is what they want from their lineup. They want to do this style of play, and it's taken nearly 33 minutes for Thunder Awaken to present an opportunity for Shopify to do it. And what a time for it to occur for them. Thunder Awaken, they need to be careful. They can't give away deaths like this. And
hold on, more fighting is taking place, and they've actually managed to bring down Arteezy. MJZ and Illich just able to bring him down regardless, and once again, those disruptions from Knight just do way too much damage to Arteezy. MJZ will fall as well. Saberlight kind of needs to get out here. His BKB is running out. He needs to run. He's pretty quick, though, with the Blink Dagger, and does get himself away.
I felt the replay. I was really enjoying the replay. Like, for a moment, going, wow, Shopify. And then I come back from the replay, and I'm like, how?
It happened again.
I'm gonna click.
This was a Hex reveal from the Phoenix, though, so caught out a little bit.
Okay, that was going to be the key thing. I was like, what was like the X factor for them to do it? Because surely Arteezy just doesn't die to just like a disrupt gank, right? No, it was a Hex reveal from Phoenix. Popularized this build by Koyori on PSG Quest, one of the maybe at least in this year of DPC. Of course, probably in years past you can quote some other player doing it, but Koyori has been like the one to do it religiously this year on the Phoenix. Tranquil Boots into Hex. You dive in, you hit the Hex, live throughout the egg with Sunray, and just secure your own life during your ultimate.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, especially when you get a fresh orb to go with it as well. Of course, that's a long way off. In fact, not even in the queue for MJZ this game. Looking more for the Aeon Disc so he can reliably get off these supernovas, which I think is a great pickup versus these really high damage heroes of TA and Muerta, and even the Sand King to some extent. This Aeon Disc just allows you to always be throwing down the ultimate.
The real question now is, do you think Thunder Awaken have lost confidence in looking to go high ground? With how quickly they got deleted? Because like, when I think about high ground now, it's like Burrow Strike into two ranged cores that have high range, high range of course, but just burst potential without having to put themselves in a weird position. Dawn, SD, Phoenix aren't going to do very well in a siege scenario. Like, can Luna really 1v9 the high ground?
I'm not even sure Thunder Awaken are thinking about the high ground though. Like, you know, this is going to be like when they have Aegis back and when they have everything, you know, all systems go, then yeah, maybe that's a consideration. But I think for the next kind of 5 minutes, we're just looking at each team pressuring appropriately. I don't think anyone's going to commit to a major fight, you know. So once you have the Aegis, I don't think it's too hard for the Luna to just kind of sit there. Or maybe she gets blown up regardless.
Aegis to simplify it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think Thunder Awaken, no matter if they get like 5k or 10k lead, buybacks are always going to be terrifying because of the burst potential. Sand King, he's going to be the next one brought down. Illich is never afraid to throw out the Solar Guardian because it just gives them that extra like safety whenever they're going for these kills.
Yep. And now they barrel down mid. I feel like this entire game is kind of on Saberlight. Like the damage comes from the TA and the Muerta, but if like Sand King isn't in position to hit that like game-winning godly Burrow Strike, it just falls flat, right? Like the main fight we saw them win was because it hit like a Phoenix plus Dawnbreaker, 2 team fight critical heroes, to then 100-0 both of them. So there's a lot of pressure on Saberlight's shoulders right now. And Luna's already at the high ground.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of damage going through to the Conquer, though. He's got to be careful. You overextend versus this team, and they will kill you off. The single target damage from the TA and the Muerta is nothing to mess around with. The Conquer, I mean, he got a bit carried away with that water park.
Are we going to be seeing this throughout TI, by the way? The Treant Muerta combo, where it's like you lose the early to mid game really hard, but then Treant just keeps the tower alive long enough that you have this high ground defense plus impossible impenetrable fortress, and then she has Refresher and all the items that you need.
Yeah,
Like Betboom just did it earlier today, and I'm seeing the same strategy kind of come into play here.
It's just like the Treant and Spectre combination of TI8.
There's some tree snipers as well. Yep. Not at TI8, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
bots too on the Sand as well. Saberlight, guys, you know what? I'm not going to show anymore. I'm going to let you do your thing, and I'm just going to TP right into the middle. So now I feel like Shopify's fight construct will change. But I think Fly should become the sacrificial lamb, running around with the gem. Maybe he gets jumped, and in doing so, buy enough time to overgrowth, plus bots to jump in from Sand King, who should then find the Burrow strikes.
I mean, that has been the make or break of these fights, to be fair. It's been everything. And now the team smoked up, ready to go, ready to find some action. Now, do they go towards mid lane or do they go towards bottom? They go towards mid. They want to try and find this Conquer.
Radiant are
He did X in very, very far, though, so it's quite tricky to actually find it. The Saberlight could find a huge jump here, immediately engaging. Doesn't get the stun off on tonight, though. Instead, they'll have to try and bring down the Phoenix. The Phoenix gets off the egg regardless. Oh, no. They could look to try and turn this one around, but it doesn't matter. Arteezy brings it down regardless with the BKB, with the damage. It is too much, but it's just a Phoenix, but it's also a Dawnbreaker. Albed catches the Dawn on the side, and, well, Shopify, they're looking so damn strong. I mean, this Luna, she just doesn't feel like a factor anymore. How is she just not doing anything in these engagements?
Luna at 40 minutes. I mean, if you can rewind the tape, I'm pretty sure at lane, like as the heroes are walking to lane, I was like, Luna's the type of hero where you get to 40 minutes, all of her economy just falls flat, right? Like it's just, yeah. Like she's a hero that likes to play in kind of zonal areas with her team pushing her forward, pressuring objectives, and it isn't really the case now. Of course, Saberlight stepping up when he needs to. Fire strikes are coming in clutch. Now Teasy soloing the Roshan. Just look at the origin story from diving at tier 1, dying by himself, having to smoke himself back to lane. Look at him now. Look at him, so grown up with an Aegis and an Aghanims. Parting shot will be high.
Yeah, I know. Patrick's upset. He wanted to see some TA anime jumping around the map, but no. We get to see a 4-second stun instead.
There we go.
Sure, 35% damage reduction. It's important, for sure. Now, for a lot of people who don't know what Parting Shot actually does, it is just, it's a 4-second stun where it creates a clone of your hero as well. That hero can cast, like the clone can cast spells. That's pretty much it. So the target who's stunned gets 35% damage resistance.
Yeah, so the key thing here is if you jump onto the SD can still disrupt and then save himself. So it's more of a, there'll be ways for it to be very, very impactful, but just got to be careful with how you approach it. Arteezy shouldn't now be thinking I'm an assassin, still play with the same logic, but now he has a little bit more defensive capabilities built into his lineup.
My God, he's so slow.
Yeah.
Look at him running around this map.
Going for a very late game Hurricane Poke as well. Of course, I think, Muerta, always based on do I get the clicks off or not, so attack range will be key. Didn't really get any of the attack range neutral items, went for the Mindbreaker. No, this is...
The Mindbreaker can be really good, but We definitely want to try and get like Quiver or something like that, but meh. Thunder. What are they doing around here? Checking Roshan? That's interesting. When there's an Aegis. I think he's just trying to escape in the Roche pit.
I mean, we're
They
at
just
the
seem to be
water
sending
phase of
heroes
the
out
game,
to
right?
scout areas of the map.
We're at like the water phase of the game. I think. Is there really enough damage in the Dire lineup anymore to kill through the BKB of the TA or the Mortar with the living armor? Plus, like, I think Shopify, they had a really difficult start. I think they're going to be kicking themselves. Like, even if they win this game, this is not a game to be happy in victory. They're going to really need to kind of, brush up on their laning phase / mid game if they are to play up against some of the other teams in this group. Of course, they need to find that victory first.
I mean, it was just closing this one out. One or two bad fights and the game never ends. And then all of a sudden you're playing against a dual core lineup again with a one core lineup when it comes to like the hard scaling, hard damage heroes. And Luna's not even that good in the super late situations. So yeah, it does get difficult.
You
need to find a way to.
So I'd say when you say find a way, it's like I look at Luna's quick buy and she's looking at like Aghanim's refresher. Like her variation on the late game isn't to go like rapier and become like a physical damage. It's like, you know what? I'll then go mixed damage for the late game. And sure, it can burst a hero. I think Muerta, no BKB, you're gonna die, but still a lot more gold for Luna to feel like she's pivoting.
Yeah, tricky with refresher over the wire strike, but maybe the TA falls victim to it. But yeah, this is a great target to bring down. Knight is so pivotal to these fights. Now no disruption, no big threats onto these big cores. Ooh, almost up to the high ground, not quite from Sladham.
So
had to give it a go.
Look at him, 320 move speed, or 25 move speed.
Yeah, when he uses Silver Edge, he's pretty quick, but when he's not, this is just like slow-mo running, floating through the air. Yeah, interesting that Shadow Demon going down isn't enough to invite them up to the high ground, even though they have an Aegis. Shopify definitely taking their time about this one. Showing a lot of respect towards Thunder. Maybe even too much respect.
I mean, Shadow Demon only doesn't have buyback because of gold, so you cannot really predict that, the 45-minute mark.
Yeah,
you kind
true.
of expect him to have the buyback. And teams, of course, they do fall flat to this, where they kill a support, run high ground, instantly die, and it's like, why do we do that? It just wasn't worth it. Especially with the catch that they have here. Oh, they tried to jump onto the Sand King. Wasn't able to get it due to nighttime. And killing a wolf.
Refresher all finished up on Luna, by the way. Holding off on the Axe for now.
Sure.
Backpacking the Butterfly.
There is double MKB. So this Butterfly, you're actually in contention of, do I just sell it and have the Axe? That's kind of like the territory that this Luna's probably at.
Yeah.
It's very good damage, though, if you are to win the fight and get to a base. But I could see that being
Yeah,
like
it does suck to lose out on 35 agility, 30 attack speed, and 25 damage.
Yeah.
But at this point in the game, like it's just not really been a factor.
It just depends on if
the
Knight
Axe Refresher
has that read, right? Like if his read is, my Axe Refresher will win me the fight, I could see him selling it for the moment, right? But on the flip side, he just keeps it just because, like you said, the raw stats are way more important. We'll see how they do approach this very awkward position they've now put themselves in.
Yep. And meanwhile, Arteezy decides to finally go back for a Hurricane Pike. 47 minutes into the game, finally decides, actually, I do need one. It'd just be nice.
Yeah.
There's a hella nice item on this hero.
The key thing as well is like not only is it attack range, but the fact that you can self-reposition in the fight is pretty key. If you ever you pop that Pierce of the Veil to keep yourself alive, and then you see an opportunity, you can now actually go, you know what, I'm there, I'm doing the damage, rather than the pre-Hurricane Pike build, you're always a bit, help me, please, someone force me, please someone do something for me. But yeah, Arteezy now the independent carry, and kind of at the sweet spot of a Murta build. This will always be the thing with Murta, by the way. It's like, once you get to this stage of the game, it's like insane. Getting to this point of the game is very shaky.
Kind of difficult.
And we've seen probably one of the shakiest journeys here. But the hero is nuts in the late game.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Some would say bonkers.
Just kind of waiting for Roshan at this point, which is kind of... Well, never mind. No, we're not. We're trying to get the Hex off out onto Illich here, and Illich will not be surviving through this one. Almost managed to get away with a sliver of HP, but not quite.
In the high ground.
Yeah, Sand King drawn up to the high ground by that goddamn tidal wave, but he manages to get himself back down again. Now with the BKB, should be surviving a little bit longer. Cheese in the inventory, should he want to use it. So options available. Very disciplined on the buyback there from the Dawnbreaker. Many players would have just smashed that button immediately. But he's holding.
Yeah. Key thing as well, Shadim, with that Demonic Purge, kind of preventing the 4-stars being too instrumental in the disengage there. So you need to keep note of. Especially when you have, how many 4-stars? You got 3 4-stars. So whoever's getting targeted, if SD just uses ultimate, all 3 saves are now just removed from being efficient. And that's maybe why Shopify are being a little bit respectful with how they approach the high ground. On top of the fact that it is just a metric ton of team fight. It's quite the stalemate I feel like we've entered.
Somewhat. I also kind of feel like Shopify are just waiting for them all to hit critical mass. Like, I feel like when they get Aegis...
49 minutes of farm to catch up on. That's very true, Nomad, yes.
Yeah. Just get a little bit more absolute critical mass until there's nothing else you could ever possibly want, and then you can go high ground. I feel like the super late game is just kind of Shopify's. Like, I don't really see Thunder being able to do much. But of course,
in the comeback.
Super late game's never, ever predictable, so
yeah.
Who knows? Sladder. It's so scary when there's a Blink, Hex, Dark Willow, Muerta with Pierce the Veil just sitting here.
Yeah, it's parked up in the triangle. Knight's underneath Vision trying to solo a Tormentor. Ooh.
Oh god.
They're in the area.
This is not ideal. Luna caught out with her pants down, trying to take down the Tormentor, ready to kill off regardless, and now bring down the Luna as well. What the hell was that?
It was underneath the Vision. There's Trap Vision, there's Ward Vision, there's all the Vision to boot, and just Knight tries to solo it, and then the Kunkka's like, you know what? I love this idea. Let me jump on board too.
This seems like a fantastic idea. I'm in. Sign me up. Goodness gracious, that was not the play, but we'll see if they can do anything about it now. A buyback is available, but not really one you want to use. That's for sure. That gives you a win condition and a half. Arteezy, he waited a long time for this. He got killed relentlessly in the early game. And now his revengeance is coming.
What a score net. 12-8 and 8. Arteezy never backed down. He never gave up.
No, sir. Arteezy's always seemed to love this hero since it got dropped, so kind of fun to see it. Oh, in they jump. They've got the Hex out onto the Muerta. They're trying to bring it down as quickly as possible. Buyback coming out from the Luna as well, and they've got her. Down goes Arteezy. I'll move across towards Fly as well. He will fall and Thunder. What a defense. It does cost them that buyback. And Arteezy, he just uses it. He doesn't want to give up the Roshan.
Ooh, is he going to try and run in there and quickly solo it?
No
Yo,
shot,
this is...
no
Okay,
shot.
here we go.
No
Come on, quick
shot.
ultimate. Do it quick.
This is such a risky
Come on. Ah!
They're stalling. Thunder are backing away. They don't want to try. Oh my goodness.
They actually got it. Yo, what a call.
Dude, that was terrifying.
The discipline to make that call, by the way. When Thunder are barreling down the lane, looking it for themselves. Okay, but now they're smoked up.
They
Double
stopped.
cheese and play
Thunder
Aegis.
stopped, and I'm wondering why.
They were taking a little bit of time to get there. It wasn't... Don't forget, like 25 minutes ago, they tried to contest Roshan, and it was rather sloppy.
Oh, Saberlight. He finds a catch once again. Phoenix, he needs to die, and he needs to die now. The Hex down onto him. Knight, he's going to be able to try and turn around and bring down the Sand King. But Knight, his first BKB is ending. He needs to get off the second one at the same time as Arteezy jumps in. But actually, Arteezy, he's saving his second Pierce the Veil. Very, very disciplined from them both here. Saberlight's back in. He didn't even die during this, and now he jumps to finish what he started, but is it going to be enough? Knight's there with the disruption, but it's not going to be there. MJC, he's going to fall. Illich goes down as well. Both have buyback, though. They can come back into this. Will they, though? I mean, they absolutely will. Knight's going to be a little bit cautious. Again, just poking, prodding, seeing what they can get. Knight has a refresher orb available, so BKB will be available if they go and commit hard to this one, but they will not. Shopify Rebellion, again, they're just not feeling pressured at the moment. They're just happy to lock Thunder inside their base and starve them out. It is a slow siege.
But there's going to be this window. Once the Aegis expires, both carries on the teams won't have buyback. So whoever gets the jump, whoever finds that initiation, getting that kill, could just have free access to running it down mid in a good, ethical way and trying to win the game.
An ethical run down mid.
They've got the Aegis, but they got to be careful. I could see in 3 minutes' time, like this game just being absolutely broken apart based on who finds that jump. I think MJZ on the Phoenix, he's going to be a key component here. Can he find that Icarus dive into Hex initiation? But Shopify, they've got the window.
Based on what you're saying, like there is every reason for Shopify to kind of try and make this happen, you know, to try and push this advantage, but they're not doing so at all. They're very, very confident about how they can play this game later on. But I mean, we're 54 minutes in. How much later on is there?
About 5.5 minutes until we get to late, because we get tier 5s.
Yep.
We were close to getting a 60-minute game earlier. Like, we're on the long games today, it seems, Nomad.
Don't do it to us again. At least this one make it to 60 minutes. Last game...
No. The viewers love the long games.
Teasing us.
Me
too.
Like, and, the police were in the background. They're coming to arrest someone. Criminal game we are watching.
I think the only person that deserves arresting maybe could be Knight for that Tormentor attempt, but otherwise it's been pretty clean. Still surprised he's holding on to this butterfly, but I guess you've got kind of 2 redundant slots if you do end up using the double BKB. So, if you're Thunder Awaken, are you going for it? Are you timing this Aegis and just going, you know what? Ride or die time, friends. Let's see if we can find out easy.
To be fair, but like that's me going from like a viewer perspective, right? Like I feel like this game would be just have such a beautiful ending if in a minute and a half it's just smoke, go. Oh, we won the fight. Cool, run down mid. I think in reality for Thunder Awaken, there might be a level of let's wait it out a little bit, keep that high ground defense, punish Shopify a bit. Especially now that Trent has the Aghanims, he's got Refresher. Like, there's going to be vision everywhere. It's not going to be simple for Thunder Awaken to move out on the map. Like, there is no way at 60 minutes into the game, unless you get like Book of the Dead and have a Quelling Blade, plus like have another hero of Gem. Like, it's so hard to actually navigate at this stage. And
yeah. Also, if we're being logical Larrys about it, you do have to consider that if they do go for it and they both end up dying, which is kind of likely, the Luna and the Muerta go down, then you've still got Arbed, the auxiliary carry, held in reserve. He will have the buyback available regardless. He can come back in and he can take buildings. I don't think Thunder want to take like a 4-on-4 or 3v3 fight in the late game like this. So
it's like, what tier 5s are we even looking at right now? So
Pirate hat Muerta.
We're going to get close to it. So like Pirate, so you're saying some more attack speed from Muerta, okay?
Yeah, she's only got 0.38.
It's happening! The Aegis is out in 20 seconds. Thunder Awaken, they're making the play.
Oh, is it too quick?
Scan's been used.
It's very quick. But they're seen, they know they're out the base. That it's a Shopify scan.
What a scan. But still, they're not backing down here. They're looking to try and find the jump. Don't forget, guys, Arteezy, he doesn't have buyback. He bought back to take away the Aegis to prevent Thunder having a little bit of momentum. And just a general nice read there from Shopify, preventing that quick burst of play that we could have seen, that we were hoping, anticipating to occur.
It's kind of
back to
absurd.
tier 5 neutral items. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so you want Pirate's Hat for Shopify, because you just want attack speed for Muerta.
Yeah.
What really else? I guess Searstone, Vision's always pretty key.
For TA?
Yep, more burst, don't mind that.
Yeah. Luna probably wants Apex, I would imagine. Yeah, she's pretty chill with a lot of things, to be fair, on Luna.
Yeah, I could also see her getting the Ex Machina to have just more items to be able to play out the fights. I'm trying to think, I'm not like, maybe even like Mirror Shield could be pretty good, just to prevent the Sand King from getting free Barrow Strikes.
possibly.
Yeah, it's a lot of contention. I really like Book of the
I mean,
Dead.
Book of the
myself,
Dead is
but
kind of...
I
sorry,
think
not
you
Book
need
of the
a
Dead,
casual Book of the Dead for Thunder
Shadows.
Awaken.
Under attack. Are scared.
Oh yeah, Book of
No,
Shadows
Book
is
of
also
Shadows,
very
but
good.
like,
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
it's all about like these initiations with the Pierce of Veil and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can just survive through that, especially as a support,
Look how many traps are just in mid lane. Oh, bed.
yeah.
Yup.
Force away. It's very, very tense. But Fly now has an Aghanim Scepter. He picked that up a while ago. He's been decorating the map for a little while now. Eyes in the forest. They are everywhere. Timbersaw was right. The trees are watching you. And the traps are watching you as well. This map is very well controlled. But Luna has a shield rune for about 5 seconds. Maybe
Pretty
not.
tanky.
The item,
Jumping onto the TA.
Oh, they're going to go. Here we go. Finding Arbed straight off the bat here. BKB does get used. Knight needs to get on top of him and will be able to do exactly that. Meanwhile, in comes Crit. He's going to be the next one to go down. Everything's been used here by Thunder. Are they going to see an opportunity here on Shopify? No, they are not. Crit comes
Instantly
back
back
in.
out.
Yeah. They don't need to buy back on the TA. I think they just wait.
And none of that. They have the
Whoa.
Luna
They
goes
go for
down mid.
Rax here?
Ooh.
Nope, they're going for Illich. Illich is going to be the target of the set. The Hex is there, and the damage comes in. It's so much. Shot down in seconds by the Muerta. BKB now
But no,
coming
he's on
down
the
as well.
back lane.
MJZ on the sidelines here. He's trying to
That's a
get
dieback.
off there. Doesn't have the egg. Muerta actually just going to go and stand and hold his ground here. He's just taking down everyone. Illich is gone, but the BKB is ending soon. He's completely out of mana. Who wins the fight between him and the Luna? Well, with the stun coming through from Saberlight, it might well be the Muerta. Oh my god, Luna, she finally falls.
Ultra kill.
RTC, he's taking
Rampage.
down everyone. It's a rampage for Arteezy right now. He needs to back himself away. He needs to be a little bit careful, but buyback's still available for Arteezy. Even if he does get caught here, he should be okay. Buyback's coming out from both teams here, slamming the deck. Oh my god.
In the game, it's like buildings aren't falling, but heroes are dropping everywhere. Arteezy gets a rampage. I have no idea if it's the first one of the Road to International, but I'm pretty sure it might be. On top of that, it's the
17K
first game
damage in
that has
one
gone 60
fight.
minutes. Like, Arteezy is just popping off now in the late game for sure. Took him an hour, but here we are.
It did. He's been warming up for an hour, and now we have these all-important neutral items. Mirror Shield found by the Templar Assassin.
Dawnbreaker
Here we go
goes
with
down
the
so
replay as
quickly.
well.
Like, they hit this torrent, they hit all the spells, and Knight, his positioning so key, killing off Crit. But Arteezy with the BKB plus the Pierce the Veil, Saberlight, constant stuns, constant control here. There just isn't enough damage to just see through this Muerta.
Dire's middle
And at the very start,
Saberlight
the
as
reason
well.
why this fight goes so poor as well is SD used Disruption on the mid-Luna illusion to then try and push out the wave. So it was on cooldown when the Dawn got jumped. If he didn't use it on Luna illusion, he may have been able to save and change everything. But now,
And
no
here we go.
Dawnbreaker.
They're trying to end this one right now. Great stun in from Saberlight as well. They're just trying to bring down Sladam. Sladam's not going to fall, though. That's a big pig in the middle of all of this right now. Muerta, she's in deep and she's in trouble, but she does kill off the egg. And actually, not in that much trouble. The Luna just doesn't do enough damage. Martisi should finally... I don't know, actually. The Tidal Wave comes through, dragging it under the tier 4s. They need to finish the job, and they will finally bring him down. Buyback is available from Arteezy. And meanwhile, Arbed fighting up into them. Takes down Knight, takes down Sladam. They don't have the buybacks. It's a 2-on-5. I think they've run out of steam. They've run out of hope. Thunder, they put up such a good fight, such a good series from them. But this might well be the end of game number 2.
Dire's middle
Knight just builds a Dagon 3 for some reason. I don't know what the plan is here. There isn't
Padding
really
stats.
one. Here we go. Jump in, disruption onto self, and yeah, the Ancient's gonna fall. They're trying something. They're cooking something, but that is going to be it for game number 2. 62 minutes deep, and Shopify Rebellion do come back and take the win, making it a 1-1 series.